Good morning, everyone. Today, I am pleased to announce the appointment of 3 new directors for the City of Orlando. This follows today's announcement of Chief Demings' retirement, and previously our Public Works Director, Alan Oyler, had announced he was going to retire, and both of those retirements are effective June the 1st. Today I have appointed Deputy Chief Paul Rooney as Orlando's 37th Chief of Police, City Engineer Rick Howard as the Public Works Director, and Deputy Director Brooke Bonnett as the Economic Development Director, and she'll be filling the vacancy left by Frank Billingsley, who has taken over as my Chief of Staff. And I'm extremely proud that the retirements, with the retirements, we've been able to develop our future leaders from the ranks within our city. I believe it's critically important that each department in our city have a transition plan, and I've asked all of our directors to have a transition plan so that when they retire, they have developed leadership behind them that can step into their shoes. And in these 3 cases, we have 3 extremely capable leaders who will be filling shoes that, while difficult to fill, I know that each of them will do that very ably. The functions of our Public Works Department are probably, other than OPD, the most direct impact on residents' daily lives, everything from trash pickup on our streets to waste management. And the city's Public Works Department has a long history of innovative processes, including especially wastewater, where we have a wetlands park and Conserve 2, and under Alan Oyler's leadership, the most recent development, and we had a workshop on it just last week, is our supercritical water oxidation project, and Alan's strong leadership will be missed, but I am sure that he will be very active in his retirement. And Rick Howard brings 26 years of experience here at the city for his new role as Public Works Director. With his expertise and strong engineering background, I'm confident that we will continue to develop innovative processes. Rick was most recently responsible for managing the city's efforts to secure federal stimulus dollars under the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. So, Rick Howard, the new Public Works Director. I'm equally proud to promote Brooke Bonnett to Economic Development Director. With our sluggish national economy, it has become increasingly important to the city to focus on growing our small businesses and supporting industries like digital media and biotech and life sciences. And currently, Brooke oversees the city's business assistance programs, our Main Street initiative, which has created over 1,000 part or full-time jobs, and she is currently managing the city's effort to redevelop the old Amway Arena site into the Creative Village. Brooke Bonnett, our new ED Director. So I think I had a crowd equally large about 3 years ago when we made history and appointed the first female police chief in the city of Orlando history. But I didn't appoint Chief Demings to make history. It was her no-nonsense, aggressive approach to taking criminals off Orlando's streets. And under her leadership, there has been the most dramatic decrease in violent crime in the city's history. Let's give her a hand. And during her tenure, she has continued to develop great leadership coming up the ranks behind her, and Chief Rooney has been an integral part of her leadership team and responsible for the largest bureau in OPD, and that's patrol. He brings a unique combination of community, administrative, and operational experience, and he started in the community as a neighborhood team officer, and he served in training, recruiting, international internal affairs, and he's held every rank within the special weapons and tactics teams. He's commanded several key units at OPD, but his tactical experience will probably be the most recognized. He was one of the first chiefs that was on the scene at the downtown Orlando office building tragedy last year. I guess that's been 2 years ago. And he was the commander of the incident. I hope you'll join me in welcoming Chief Rooney as well. And at this time, I would welcome Chief Demings to the podium, and she'll be followed by Chief Rooney.
First of all, I want to say thank you, Mayor. It has been a good run. You know, when I look back over the last 3.5 years, we've made drastic reductions in violent crime. We've taken over 2,600 crime guns from our streets. And we've also, Deputy Chiefs and Mayor, we have changed communities. I've had the honor and distinction of serving as Orlando's 36th Chief of Police. I've had the honor and distinction of serving, as you've heard, as the first female Chief of Police. I have had the honor of working with some of the most courageous, tenacious, dedicated, and committed men and women that law enforcement has to offer. You know, when I think back, I said it 3.5 years ago, you can be the most talented. You can have attended the best schools, grown up in the best neighborhoods. But until you are given the opportunity, the world may never know your potential. So, Mayor Dyer, I want to thank you for having the courage to appoint a first and allowing me the opportunity to spread my wings. I also want to thank my #1 crime-fighting partner, and that's Sheriff Jerry Demings. As I look to the future of OPD, it is an agency that I love. It is an agency that I've spent 27 years growing up in. I know today that I am leaving that agency in real good hands. I have watched Paul. We have worked together through the years, and I know without a doubt that he is ready. So while it's a bittersweet day for me as I go into the next phase of my life, I am very confident that OPD is going to be okay. Also want to thank the community for their overwhelming, tremendous support. The community has been right there with us through the good times and through the tough times. But as I look back, I can stand here today and say without a doubt, Orlando is a better and safer place to live. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Words could never express how I feel today. Honest, I am just so blessed and so privileged to be the 37th Police Chief of Orlando. And I talked to the command staff earlier today, and what a great group we have. We are such a good team, and Chief Demings has built that foundation. We all are focused. We know what the mission is. And I even joked this morning, but it's true. 3.5 years ago, if you were to ask me, as a captain at that point, what our mission statement was of the Orlando Police Department, I would struggle. I think I could get maybe half of it. But Chief Demings has instilled in us to make sure that we know that mission statement, and each and every day we believe in that mission statement, and we go out and work hard to get criminals off the street, to reduce violent crime, make neighborhoods more livable, and again, to get crime guns off the street as well from the thugs that have these guns. Again, I'm just so blessed. Words can never describe how I feel today. Thank you so much for your support. Mayor Dyer, thank you for the appointment. And my co-pilot, my wife, Donna, for all the years, 24 years now, being by my side. And again, thank you.
I'll take a few questions if you have general questions. Otherwise, we'll break out and let you interview individuals that are either recently retired or newly appointed.
So we can't, we're going to wait. We're just not going to take the podium.
Right. Okay, then we'll break out to the individuals. Oh, one.
Any reason you decided to keep the beard
I've got so many good compliments from members of the media suggesting that I needed to keep it. So I'll keep it for a little while, and as long as my wife will let me for a little while longer. Thank you very much.